I've got about 50 of them back in here now. And I believe it's Abbie who's maybe helping us out on this one.
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
L-I-V-I-N.
Sounds good.
So while we wait on people to continue to happen, why don't we start with your quick introduction, Abbie? And so just tell them the agency you work with, your specialization in marketing, and, and just warm people up with why they should be listening to you for the next half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, let me pull my presentation up. Montserrat, can you give me access?
Yes, you can share your screen.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, where'd it go?
It's coming.
It's moving. I see it.
You see my screen? I can't see it, so that's a problem.
I see it moving. I see it moving. I don't see your screen yet. It's getting there. There's so many people in here, and I think Zoom's like,
Let me try.
getting all these insurance folks be.
It's all Don's fault.
Yeah, it's all my fault. Yeah.
Let's try again.
Like anytime you tell people don't use Google for pay-per-click, Google messes with you. They know.
Apparently so. Is it working now?
Mm-mm.
No, it's not.
All right,
But
try.
if you want, I can share my screen with the presentation that you shared.
Let me try one more time. Is it working now?
Okay.
Got
It
it?
started. There you go. Hey,
Okay.
you're cooking with Crisco.
I'm not a tech person. All right.
None of us are. We're insurance.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I am Abbie Mitchell. A little bit of background information about me. I attended University of Louisville. I got my degree in communication, focusing in social media marketing and public relations. I graduated in 2018 and started working at Hyland Insurance in 2018. So I've been here ever since. I've officially been here for 4 years. So that is a little bit about me. And then about Hyland Insurance, we were started by two brothers, Tim and Pat Hyland, in 1983. We are located in Louisville, Kentucky. We are now, Pat and Tim are still very involved with the agency, but now our president is Tim's son, Terry Hyland. We offer insurance solutions for every insurance need. We do personal, business, Medicare, employee benefits. We even have a financial planning department that operates with us. And then a little bit of what we were looking for and why we chose to go with InsuredMine. As you all may know, insurance can be a little bit behind when it comes to little technology things, as we saw with myself. So we were looking for somewhere to streamline all of our different departments, where we were able to have just a CRM with everything in one place that would go with our AMS system that we used, so that we were able to communicate with each other and kind of see everything in one spot. So InsuredMine was able to be a solution for us for that. So that is why we have started to use InsuredMine. All right. So I will go ahead and go into what I use InsuredMine for from my angle. So like I said, I'm the marketing and communications coordinator for Hyland Insurance. So when I use InsuredMine, it's a little bit different than someone from the sales perspective. So kind of what I do, Hyland Insurance, we have about 12 to 15 active salespeople, and we have about 40, maybe a little bit over 40 employees. So each department runs a little bit separately because obviously they're marketing to different things. So when I set up an email marketing campaign with InsuredMine, how kind of that works for me is I will meet with kind of the head or the salesperson of each department and figure out what their goals are, what the time frame is that they're wanting this to go. And actually, I'm doing that now to plan for the next year. So I kind of get with them and make sure that we're when we're setting these email campaigns up, we're not doing it with no plan. We want to be able to inform our clients. We want them to read our email and leave wanting and learning more about our agency, something that provides a benefit to them, not just another oh, there's Hyland Insurance again, sending us another email. We want to attract them to our agency. We want to showcase all of our different revenues that we do, all of the, if they have home insurance with us, we want to showcase, oh, we also do life insurance. We also have business insurance if you own a business. And while you're at it, we can also insure your employees for your business. So we just want to continue to remind them that we are their single source solution for all of their insurance needs. We want to engage them with our emails. We want to help guide them to our website and social platforms, whether that's with different videos that we do or anything like that. And basically just kind of nurture them, just remind them, oh, we have Medicare, it's open enrollment time. So we are advertising for that. If you may not be aging in, but someone you may know, your parents or grandparents or a loved one may be aging in, let them know about us. So that's kind of how we approach each marketing objective. Is when we're setting up an InsuredMine, I will meet with one person or two from each department and kind of run through that. So then how I set it up is in InsuredMine, they have templates that you can already use. The team has already put together. So I use a lot of those, which are very helpful too, because they provide, things that maybe we didn't think of, certain holidays that we might skip out on. So things like that, they're very helpful. So we are able to use those and utilize that for ourselves. But we are also, we do a campaign. So when we first get a customer to sign on, we have, for personal lines, a welcome kit is what we call it. And basically it's a series of about 6 emails, and it's just saying welcome. And then the next email will say, here's how to handle if you need to file a claim, here's how to do this, and just kind of goes on. And then we kind of get into teaching them more about our services. And that's just for the home and auto side of things. For the commercial side, it's a little bit different. We want to show them that we're out in the community supporting these businesses. So we showcase that too with our email campaigns. We probably, from my perspective, with our business team, we don't reach out to them as much as with the automation, because our team likes to reach out to the clients specifically themselves. But whereas home and auto, since there's so many and our account managers have a lot to do day to day, we set up that renewal process and things like that with InsuredMine, and it's able to help the CSRs stay on top of it as well. And so this is just what it kind of looks like with our campaign setup. As you can see, it'll have the recipients, how many were sent. And I really like the analytics side of things, so that you're able to see what was successful, what could maybe be sent out again, or could you work on, or maybe see why it wasn't being sent out. And another thing is, if a lot of your emails that are being sent come back as they're not sending out, InsuredMine will actually cancel the campaign. So it notifies you that something is obviously wrong with what's going on with the campaign, so that you're able to reevaluate that. And they've been great with, if I had any issues with that come up, they answer and get me solutions right away. So that's very helpful to have. And then, so again, just getting into the analytics. So I sent this out. This is just a closer screenshot of it. And you can see that how many were sent, the open rates, any complaints, any unsubscribes. You can see what bounced. And so another feature that I really like is right next to where it says bounced, there's that little arrow, and you're able to download the list of emails that it bounced for, so you can figure out, you know, their new email or what the issue was. If there's any complaints, you're also able to see who complained, and you're able to unsubscribe them. So that's kind of helpful to have, and you can see who opened it. So if you wanted to reach out to them, be like, I saw you opened our emails, or anything I can help you with. So that's really a helpful feature that many people might not think about. So as far as incorporating the InsuredMine and social media together, I kind of use the InsuredMine dashboard as a tool. So I'm on there as an admin person, so I'm able to see what all of our sales team enters into InsuredMine. So I'm able to see, for instance, if one of our business salespeople put in, oh, I'm reached out to this boutique or this coffee shop, I'm able to see that, and it helps me because I will incorporate it into that social media strategy. And I will either go visit the coffee shop, and when I do, you know, I'll tag them, or, you know, rate my experience or things like that. If it's a boutique, I'll interact with them on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I'll just use my time as Hyland Insurance and just interact with them. And I show up so that they know that we're supporting them. We're not just asking them for their business, we're also out in the community supporting them. So that's kind of how I use that dashboard and the deal cards to look and see what our salespeople are doing, and just incorporating that. And I found it to be extremely helpful. And one thing that I do as well, and as you can see how InsuredMine provides the little pie charts and things to help you with a little more details, which is also helpful for me. But when you are doing that, something you just kind of want to be mindful of is, as I know there's a lot of social media platforms out there, it can get very overwhelming. So you do not need to be on every single platform. I would heavily focus on, if you're just getting started or don't know where to start, I would heavily focus on Facebook and on LinkedIn as a salesperson, especially if you're in sales, if you're the producer, you definitely want to keep up with your LinkedIn, have your headshot on there, have your agency as the background photo, or just your personal, from a personal standpoint, your personal LinkedIn will be very beneficial for you in making the connections, as Dawn was saying earlier, and just staying on top of that, because you can reach out to people and LinkedIn will let you know, oh, it's somebody's birthday, and it'll pre-populate and say happy birthday, and all you have to do is press send. So just those easy little touches throughout the years could lead to a sale. I know every person has a different sales strategy that they do, but that's just something that you can, it doesn't hurt anything. And also when you're sharing stuff, if someone on your page likes your post, all their connections will see it. So it'll go a long way on LinkedIn, which is one of the features on it that's really helpful with connecting in sales, because even people you're not connected to are seeing your post very easily, just because someone they know, a friend of a friend, has liked your post and it shows up on their newsfeed. So heavily focus on LinkedIn, especially as a producer from a personal side. For Facebook, I would say that's probably where a lot of your audience is, where a lot of your potential clients are. So that's why I say Facebook as well, because you want to be able to grab your audience there and kind of relate to them on that. Think of LinkedIn as your resume, and think of Facebook as where you're inserting your personality and your information about your business. And this is a business page, not personal. A business page, you'll want to make your profile picture, your logo, and you'll want to make your background photo either a team photo, or you can do a picture of your building. Especially we moved from a different part of the neighborhood, so we heavily wanted to focus and remind people that we moved. So we used our building photo for a lot of the marketing, just to remind them that we are no longer in that neighborhood anymore. We have moved and we are in this building now. So that's something that I utilize a lot. once you get into the swing of things, you want to share different content on different platforms because your audiences are different. And if they follow you on one social media channel, they're not going to want to follow you on all the others if you're just posting the same kind of thing. So it can be the same picture if you want, but maybe switch up how you say something. If you're talking about an umbrella policy, maybe gear it, if you're on Instagram, more towards like first-time home buyers, because that's more of that age range when you're posting about it. And then if you're posting about it on Facebook, you could say, hey, let's update your umbrella policy. Here's what to look for when you're renewing or anything like that. So just changing it a little bit depending on the audience is really helpful. And then as far as ads and boosting, I get a lot of questions about this. Boosting on Facebook really does not do anything, and I do not recommend boosting anything until you have at least 3 to 6 months worth of information to back it up. Because if someone just sees your ad on their Facebook page and they click it and all you have is that ad, you don't have any other information, they're going to think you're not very well established, or it might be a scam. You just created a Facebook page to create this ad. So you definitely want to provide 3 to 6 months worth of content before you go into the boosting and paying for things. I think boosting, a couple dollars here and there is not going to hurt you. It's just not going to probably give you as big results as you might think it will. So, maybe just throw in like $5 for a 3-day campaign, and see how it goes. One good thing about Facebook in particular, they have really good analytics. So when you go into the analytics side of things, you're able to see when your audience is online, if they're online more on Monday nights or Tuesday mornings or whatever, it shows you that. So that's when you'll want to have your post scheduled out for that. Also, for a Google My Business page, you do not need to pay for that. Do not get scammed into that. That does not cost any money. I had someone call me one time and say that they paid $250 to get their business on Google, and that is a scam. So please do not do that. Next, so I just wanted to give a couple of ideas of things to post on different platforms just to get some ideas for you. So we had a Colonial Life carrier rep come in and they brought us donuts. So what I did was I took a picture of the donuts. You can get creative, put someone in the picture eating the donut, whatever. But I made like this little cheesy pun. We do not have to worry with friends like Colonial Life. So I tagged them and they got the donuts from a local donut shop. So that was helpful too. So I tagged the donut shop, and from that post, the donut shop as well as Colonial Life both shared it since I tagged them. So that was more awareness for us, which was very helpful. So that's more eyes on our post because I tagged them and we're going local, and local businesses are like, obviously love being supported by other local businesses. So they shared it and all of their people and following saw that. So just things like that is kind of what you would like to post. Another idea is introducing your team, make people aware of each department and what that department does, how they can help their clients when they call. You want to know who the correct person they should contact is for certain things. If they need to file a claim, what that process is like. You want to be sure you are adding consistent but relevant blog posts. You don't want a blog post on like I actually recently learned this. You don't want to post something about firework safety on your website because then the SEO will categorize you as firework safety, not insurance. So just keep that like helpful, like firework safety would be something to post on social media, but not like live on your blog post on your website. Blog posts will be like information about life insurance and Medicare so that when people are Googling that kind of thing, you will pop up more than likely rather than firework safety and things like that. You want to be able to show your personality and community involvement and keep clients in the know about things in the industry. They're continually changing. I know that drones have become a big thing. Entrepreneurship, a lot of people are starting their own businesses more than ever, I feel like. cybersecurity, things like that. So you just want to be able to provide information that is helpful. A great place to do that at is TikTok. If you decide to fully commit to the social media, TikTok is great for sharing information just quick, like 1 minute less information on like 3 things you should know about a cyber policy, or 3 things you should look for in X, Y, and Z. TikTok is really helpful for spreading the awareness when it comes to that kind of stuff. And this is an example of what not to post. This was done before I worked at Hyland Insurance, so I cannot take credit for this, but this is a Facebook post and it is incredibly long. This could probably be split up at least into 7 different posts, if not more different content. It would be a great video, but yes, please do not post a Facebook message that is, or Facebook post that is that long. No one wants to read that. I don't even know what this says because it is so long. But it does have helpful things, I'm sure. And then another thing, this is just a little quick look into your Google Analytics. So this is something that when you get a Google My Business account, which is free, definitely need to set that up if you have not already. That will probably be the #1 thing you should do. But this allows you to see how people found you, what kind of views you're getting, what kind of activity, regularly post on your Google My Business page, and just let people know that you're open. Make sure your hours are correct and consistent on when you're open and when you're closed. Make sure your phone number, your address, all of that information is correct, because Google is the greatest source for referrals or for any business, because that's what people do these days. They just get on Google and whatever pops up within the first couple pages, usually the first page is what they go with. And by showing up on the first page, how you do that is you continually update your social, your website, and just make sure that it's all using those keywords for your audience, like insurance in Kentucky or life insurance in Kentucky or things like that. So if you're continually adding those keywords to your website through blog posts or through any of your Google My Business content, that is how you get your views and your searches and activity up. And then I just wanted to share a couple resources that I use other than InsuredMine, just for the social media side of things. I use canva.com, which is wonderful. It's how you make these graphics. You can upload your logo to it and you can make any sort of graphics. There's a free version and a premium version. The free version is wonderful, but I highly recommend the paid version as well, because I use this every single day, and it has content that is already the right dimensions and everything for the correct social media platforms. So you can just go in and say, hey, I want something for Instagram, and it'll populate some Instagram content, and you can mess with it, add your logo and change it however you want. So like I said, there's a free version of that. And then HubSpot Academy, HubSpot.com offers HubSpot Academy, which is a free resource, and they offer like marketing and sales and inbound sales, just courses, and that's a free resource, and it's very helpful. And if you decide to hire a marketing person, or you currently have a marketing person, that's a great way to stay in the know, since everything's constantly changing. These classes are updated, and you can set time aside and go through and watch all the videos and take the course yourself. And then if you're looking for something to schedule content for free, there's hootsuite.com. And then if you need any free images, you don't have to worry about any copyright, like for your website or anything, pexels.com. And then insurancesplash.com is just a great resource for free insurance content that I really like to use. And they have a lot on there, so it's fun to look at. And I think that's about it. If there's any questions or anything.
I have a lot of questions.
I know it's a lot of information.
That was really, really, really good. I mean, really informative. You could have probably done 2 hours on that. And there were some things that I was thinking about that I'm glad you touched on. something that a lot of folks are apprehensive about getting on like new social media channels like TikTok, for instance, because most of what they see is the entertainment stuff that's done, and they don't realize that there's so much more that's put out there where they can put out just what you said, just, give them 3 things they need to know about cyber policies. That was really good information. The other thing I thought that was really valuable is, let me make sure I heard this right. You guys plan your content how far in advance? How far you?
Well, I'm starting wishful thinking, but I'm starting now to plan for next year.
Okay. And that's awesome. You really should be. Now, everybody can't do what you're doing because they've got to get to that point. So you got to start somewhere. Yeah. And that's why I always tell people to start, small, start with an hour a week and then work your way up to more. But yeah, get ahead of it as opposed to trying to play catch up. And I liked how you made sure that everybody understood what the value of Facebook is, because, when you consider insurance folks, they do, and their clients who, depending on the line of business, do spend a lot of time on Facebook. We did have some questions on the workflows and the processes. Did you guys work on the strategy first? Or did you guys work on the content? How did you guys go about putting everything together?
Yeah, so we start with strategy, and each salesperson is different, but usually when I meet with them, we kind of have an outline of what they want to accomplish, and I let them know what I'm able to do from an InsuredMine standpoint, because obviously they want to be able to see what's being done on a campaign end, and since that will go into AMS, it syncs together, so they're able to see it no matter if they're on InsuredMine or AMS at the time. So just kind of walking through their strategy of what they want to accomplish with their goals, and time frames. For Medicare, we have the annual enrollment period, which is right now it starts October 15th through December 7th. So we know every year that time we want to push that kind of content. And we want to really reach out, a month in advance to the people aging in, 2 months in advance, just to kind of stay on top of their mind. And obviously things come up. So not everything does have a strategy. There's some, there's always those random holidays like, oh, it's Insurance Awareness Day, or like, oh, it's renew your policy.
That's
on your
donut day.
Yeah. So there's always just some random holiday that comes up that you just forget about. You don't have to do every random holiday that comes up because it gets to be a little much, but just things that are relevant. If you find a creative way to twist it, can be really helpful. And it makes you more relatable when people are searching for your business.
Okay, great. And another question, just really quick, I know we're kind of short on time, but how do you think, just in your opinion, do you think not having a social media strategy or not taking advantage of social media impacts an agency's growth?
Yeah, I definitely do. Think of it as like you're marketing yourself or your company, and you want to not just talk about it, you want to be about it. So you want to show your support for the people who are showing support for you. And a way you can do that is by acknowledging them on social media. And it's something that can be so small, but you can be so creative and fun with it. And it's so simple to just go pop into the donut shop and say, hey, take a picture while you drop donuts off to your clients before renewal or something like that, just to show that you care about them. Not only, from when you ask them for money all the time, you want to show them year round some support. So I think the social media aspect helps greatly with that.
Yes, it does. How can I make sure I'm not annoying my client base?
Everyone's different. I personally actually hate marketing emails, but I would say probably you gauge it. And it also, that's another thing that kind of depends on the salesperson. But if you have things that are interactive, if you're sending out like a company newsletter and it has like a giveaway, as you mentioned, you just don't want to go overboard. So I'd say start off with 4, like 1 each quarter for a newsletter if you want to do that. Just a general, like, here's what's going on. But 4 to 6 touches, I would say. I know some salespeople are different. Just from my perspective, I think 4 to 6 touches throughout the year. Obviously, that is not including renewal. That is just outside of your regular insurance and all of that. So just 4 to 6 touches, other things. other than asking
Well,
for money.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank
Sorry,
you all.
thank you so much. All right, now if you guys want to go ahead and run over to the next session, that was a lot of information there. A lot of information that was so valuable. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
For those that are
No, we
hanging
can't
on
hear.
here,
Can you hear this?
I'm a
we
live
can now.
producer since 2008. I'm also the CEO of Total Edge Marketing. What makes Total Edge Marketing unique, we provide innovative marketing systems for life and annuity producers. We not only help them with marketing, we train them and help them to build a career in this industry.
Coming from a marketing background and also a real estate background, we realized that the life insurance industry was really lacking in the marketing department. So what we wanted to do was bring over all of the great stuff that they did in real estate and introduce it to the life insurance agency. And that's exactly what we did. We were looking for a solution that could handle our marketing needs, along with providing a solution for our life insurance agents.
One of our concerns was, working with a company that is going to support us and to customize the software for our needs and also to our clients' needs. I was using 3 different softwares to do my marketing. And it would work really, really well for myself as a producer individually. I was using Constant Contact. I was working with HubSpot and Calendly to do the marketing that helped me to build a very strong database. However, since I'm also a trainer and train producers, it was not duplicatable and it was not affordable to offer to my clients.
We started working with InsuredMine because we were able to roll all of those items into one to provide a comprehensive solution that we can offer to our agents, which became affordable and duplicatable.
When we partnered up with InsuredMine, we really took our time to understand the system and we studied it. And we went through all their training programs so we can really utilize all the features, the staff and the support that we get. And they really sit down and hear you out and what you need to shine in this industry.
The impact InsuredMine has had on some of the agents that we're working with. For example, we have one that's actually a full-time hairstylist and a part-time life agent. Currently, in the last 30 days, she has over 53,000 in her pipeline.
If you're looking to streamline the process and also do marketing and have a lot of features to make your producer shine, InsuredMine is the company for you.
All right, InsuredMine is the company for you. So thank you, thanks Don, and thanks Abbie for all that wonderful insight that you guys were sharing on marketing. I'm sure there is a lot of good takeaways for folks to just capture and just start implementing them. Obviously, along with planning that 1-year schedule, well, that is something special. But no, I appreciate all of you guys on this. So Montserrat, are we ready to flip to the next session?
Yes, we are ready.
Room. All right, guys. See you on the other side.